Right. Hi, everyone. First of all, and welcome. Please make sure your microphones are muted so we can jump right in without distractions. I'm Vasilis, the marketing lead from Silverleaf Practice Management Solutions, and we have also our web director here, Mr. Sahib Brown. Today, we are diving into a no-fluff, high-impact framework called 10 Patients in 30 Days. Right, the 2025 marketing blueprint for healthcare providers specifically. By the end, you will walk away with a proven growth system plus a free AI tool to help you create pro-level ad content in seconds. So let's get started. Why now is different? Let's start with what changed. According to the latest research, 80% of consumers in general now get answers directly from the search results page. That means no clicks, no website traffic, just visibility on the surface. At the same time, AI and new tools are reshaping how people find providers. Patients now search everywhere: Google, social, reviews, even directories they don't remember the name of. So if you are still relying on a blog or basic SEO or only social, for example, you're technically invisible to half your potential patients, and you need a full visibility system to appear across ads, maps, reviews, and social. And let's see this first step in action. What do patients see first? Let's do an exercise right now. If you can open a new tab, like and Google something, a real patient might type. So, for example, do I need hormone therapy? Help with fatigue and weight gain. And now, don't click anything. Just look at the page, and the page will look something like that. So ask yourself, did you find an answer without clicking? Which practices showed up first? Is your practice visible there? If not, someone else is. So this is the zero click world we are operating in, right? And that's here's the quick screenshot to back it up. Like Google gives answers directly on the search page with no need to click using AI. So your patients are not scrolling to page 2. They are seeing what Google shows them first. And this is an AI no click generated answer. So the game of SEO and marketing changed dramatically. And now let's discuss something extremely important as well. So where do most providers go wrong? And I know this is important for you because we've audited more than 200 practices, right? And these are the top 3 mistakes we've seen across all those 200 practices. Number 1 is start-stop marketing. Posting for a week something, then nothing. And then Google notices that drop. Also, it feels salesy. So most healthcare providers hate self-promotion, but you are the product indeed. And the result, no one hears your offer and your expertise as well. And the third one is random tactics. Trying something new each month with no system or compounding effect. So these are the 3 most common mistakes according to our audit. And let's pause for a quick poll based on what we've just covered. Which mistake hurts you the most? The start and stop of the marketing, it feels salesy, random tactics, or D, maybe you are not sure and need an audit. So Mr. Brown shared a link with you in the chat, and this is our live poll. So you can vote anonymously, of course, and we'll circle back to the results in about 30 minutes, I would say. So let's discuss a little bit about something very well known for us and some of you. Joel, thank you for your answer. Feeling salesly, this is extremely important. There is a link also. It's like pollmaker.com, and if you click there, we can have the results visualized as well. Thank you very much, sir. That's awesome. So, Mr. Brown, would you like to explain us a little bit the boat concept before we jump into the next strategy, sir?
Thank you, Vasily. As you can see, this is a graphic that visualizes how the internet and how your website is going to work. So it starts off with your website. Your website is the boat. And we're out in the ocean of all of what the internet exists and what it is. If we just have a boat out in the ocean, it's just going to float around. It really doesn't move itself. You are the captain of your boat. You have to make the critical decisions that decide what is the path, where are we going, and how are we going to get there. Now, there's lots of different ways that we can achieve this. There are our engine, there are our oars, there could be a sail on the boat, all different ways to help move and gain momentum. These can be different types of things like SEO, Google Ads, Meta Ads, reviews, social media, reels, email, email nurturing campaigns, online listings, referral campaigns, all rowing in sync. Now, if you have one component, you might be going somewhere, but it really needs to encompass a lot to really get you in the direction you're going. And with AI, now how it's used in the industry, this SEO, this search everywhere component is interesting and necessary. Our destination is always going to be patient growth as our trajectory. Vasily?
Very well said, Sal. Thank you very much. So, as the boat concept is the perfect visualization of where are you right now, the strategies you need, as well as how the AI is actually reshaping the new strategies and why the very well strategies like SEO is dead, and now we move into the everywhere optimization. So the next attention nowadays is the real currency, right? And here is why all of these matter. The average scroll time is zero point 0.4 seconds per post. And if you don't hook instantly, you're gone. So take this image, for example. Which one gets your attention faster? Like the free beer, right? Or a meeting room with half asleep executives. But you don't need gimmicks, but you do need clarity, emotion, and scroll stopping messages. So then the next question is like, yeah, but I'm not a marketer, so there's no problem. Because if you're thinking that I'm not a marketer, you're right. And you don't need to be. You need a system, content, visibility, conversion. All of it can be built with tools, automation, and structure. So growth happens when you follow a simple plan consistently, We don't need to technically reinvent the wheel. Actually, we have much more tools nowadays. And that's what we are about to give you next, the free AI social tool. So this is a tool that we've created something special for this webinar, and it's not another PDF. It's a real tool you can use today. It's a plug and play GPT powered content creator designed just for healthcare providers. You enter your practice name, services, tone, and location, and it returns ready to post captions, hashtags, and call to actions. Scroll stopping copy you can drop right into your social scheduler, and it looks like agency work, but it's instant and free for now. But you can think, nowadays we've got ChatGPT. What's the tool about? ChatGPT and all those AI tools are the perfect example of garbage in, garbage out. So we are technically prompt engineers. So we manipulate the machine and we gave him the exact directions and instructions. So by using those variables, you will have a fantastic outcome within seconds. So thinking of the new era of how people are searching, why content is so important, as well as following a consistent system, let's jump into 6 strategies directly, 6 steps to start doing today. Also, I would like to mention that for the previous AI tool, you will receive a link, a direct link, right after the seminar, and you will have 100% full access. So no worries about that. So using the tool as the first step, you can like open the tool, fill in your info, click generate, and then paste those into metrical or your scheduler of choice, or even directly into your social media. So you will live with almost 2 weeks of content ready, uh, posts, and this is about building momentum fast, right? Very easy. We give you the tool, jump in, create 14 posts, schedule them. Step 2, I'd love to hear Mr. Brown's opinion because he's mostly about web on the Google business profile.
So basically, you want to make sure that you optimize and post on your Google business profile. You want to do things like uploading 3 recent photos of your office, your team, your logo, interactions in the office, dealing with a client, anything that sets you apart, that is searchable by Google. Post 2 updates using new captions generated with the AI tool. Double check your hours, services, phone numbers, booking links. Make sure that those are part of the content in your Google ad as well.
Step number 3, launch a simple Google search ad. I know this could be a little bit more technical, and that's why we encourage you to just pick 3 of these steps and do them this week, and keep the rest of the 3, for example, if you would like, for later on. So for now, you can easily start posting on your social media, also update your Google My Business profile, ideally run a simple Google search ad. So you can do this in Google Ads by simply having a Google account or Google Workspace. Focus on one service. So for example, anxiety care, hormone therapy, etc. You can pick Radius, for example, 5 to 10 miles around your area, if you're offering in person as well. Start with a low budget of 10 to 20 bucks per day, let's say for 5 days at the very beginning, and use the AI generated copy. So the copy, it's not only about social media, but you get ideas to create ads as well. And then you show up at the top when patients are ready to book. And this is where your ROI kicks in. It's like the return on investment. So think of the Google Ads, right, as the engine of the boat, right? This is the engine because it sends direct traffic ready to buy. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but if we are looking for 10 patients in 30 days, in one way or another, I feel that we need to incorporate the engine of this infographic as well. But also the other two and the other strategies are extremely helpful also. I know some of you may tried Google Ads in the past and you think that it's not working. Sometimes it's the setup of the campaign itself. Sometimes it's about the website also, the code. So if I land into a page and I can't find where or how to book, then maybe we are leaking. It's like the leaking bucket again. But we can discuss it later on. Use the strategy, it works, and if it's done correctly, is extremely powerful strategy. But if you don't know, no worries, because we are here to give you at least 3 strategies actionable from today with no any tech knowledge. Let's jump into the step 4. We've discussed it previously a little bit, but again, Shah, would you please explain what the book now or the call to action button means for our websites?
Basically, on every web page, you want to make sure that people can get to your most actionable items, things that are going to get you paid. Your book now, book appointment, patient portal. Those buttons need to be in the header, top of the page, bottom, the footer, in the bottom of the web page. We also want a strong call to action. And this should not only be on your website, it should be on your social media, Google My Business profile, and even if you can get it into a review, that would be excellent. Once again, pick 3 of these 6, and that's how we're starting our strategy. Vasily?
Let's jump into the next, and also this book now or the call to action is something I'm seeing like in Shah specifically for the web so many times when we've discussed with you and all of the healthcare providers out there. Initially we audit the web page and we realized that we found it difficult sometimes to find those call to actions even though it's something obvious, but you can ask for your web developer or trying to ask a relative that has no idea about websites, please trying to book an appointment, because we can always think that our potential clients and patients are struggling. So technically, they are searching the web for solutions, right? And they want answers, and those buttons help them a lot to finally book an appointment with you, right? Nice, Lauren. Nice. Thank you. We will discuss about it. Right. The next easy actionable step is post one reel per week, one short video a week. No fancy setup, just your phone. Batch record on Sundays, for example, and use topics like answer a common question, share a tip, or like talk through a patient win anonymously. And also, the AI tool can give you the script as well. Because think of it, the AI tool is built for social, but technically you are talking directly with the ChatGPT, which is prompt specifically for healthcare providers. And this simple video reel like boost reach and visibility instantly on Meta and Instagram. And always remember that for healthcare providers specifically, we're trying to build trust mostly. So as long as you are there giving me just a quick, like a tip or feeling better right now or anything like that, it adds like super like it's fantastic because I feel that I know you already and I'm gonna book an appointment easier. And on top of that, nowadays we live in a world of videos and reels and those shorts and stuff. It's not about follow and like anymore. So you can see content developers around the world that you've never followed, but you still can see their content because we are just scrolling nowadays. So do not seek or search for likes because sometimes people are not technically liking a private practice. They really don't want family members and relatives feel that, oh, Vasily is searching for some mental health issues specifically. These are so personal sometimes, but they can seek for content. And reels and shorts and videos are extremely helpful and free also, right? I know some of you, oh, as it feels salesy, it's difficult and tough to start doing something like that. But start as low as like, okay, I'm gonna share a tip, which is great. And last but not least, YouTube, for example, is the second largest search engine after Google. So nowadays, people are searching information on YouTube, and it's not only about entertainment. So if you're there with a short video, maybe with anything that is going to be helpful, then you get free visibility in the long run because YouTube works the opposite way. So, for example, a Facebook post disappears, but a YouTube video stays there and builds, and then you get more and more views. So day one starts with zero, and maybe 3 months later, you will like be amazed that your video gets 1,000 views. So that's so powerful. Yeah, we post reels on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the platforms that support those short video formats. Okay, thank you, Shah. And let's jump into the last one, the reviews as well.
So reviews are huge. I think that reviews are probably some of the hugest things you can do because in this new AI world we live in, AI is going to be pulling from content from Google. It's going to be looking at YouTube videos. It's going to be looking at real reviews that real people have made to find out how the world thinks about this topic. Reviews can get you to be more visible, more searchable, trustable, and reliable. So we would ask you to text or email 3 happy patients. We would ask that you ask them to give you a 5-star review, not a 5-star, give you the appropriate review. But they don't have to technically leave words. Sometimes in this field, in the healthcare field, we actually can't talk or the client can't talk about their experience. So that's why we ask for reviews like a 3-word review. Thanks for the amazing service. Thanks for the great job. Or just a simple review. Just leave a actual ranking review. And it should give a direct link to the Google My Business page. We will go through, or we may have a consultation to you about setting up that page, making sure that you have a Google Map listing, and that will help to boost your local trust and your search ranking.
And most importantly, all of those strategies are, except Google Ads, are free, right? So execution is everything. And these are, we are not reinventing the wheel, but you should understand how people are searching today and why you need those new tools to work on your advantage, right? And that's the interesting thing here. I'm just gonna share the results of those polls out there. Let me stop presenting and share the other screen really quick. That it's actually back up the execution sometimes. That's the most important issue here. So let me find it. Right. Okay. Thank you for participating on this poll. And you can see like almost 70%, the most like the biggest obstacle is start and stop. Oh, this is not working. Even though in general in digital marketing, consistency is the key. That's the difference. So when you start and stop, technically you're losing not only the momentum, but the algorithms also forgets you. It's like never existed. So it start and stop. I know, I get it. It's sometimes it's difficult, and that's why we would like to share with you some tools, so you don't have to open GPT each and every time, start all over, posting. But these are, thank you for sharing those results with us. And yes, as Sa said, think of marketing in general like your credit score. So and I get it. Like it's not the random strategies. Um, you all know what's going on, and also it's the salesy 20% is also something that we realized as well, and that's why we've offered this option also. And as we are here, let me show you also something else really quick. I'm just gonna stop sharing here and share the tool in action that you will receive the link. So I've just like pick the platform, add a topic, a service, anything, the practice name, my website URL. These are all tests, of course. Press generate. Hopefully, it will generate something. Test, test.
Actually, Vasily, can you
Yes, sir.
have someone from the room? Can you pick someone and then have them give you content and generate something for them live?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give the first three people in the chat a chance to do something. Someone send us some.
All
Jared,
right.
Jared jumped in there. Let's do one more person after Jared as well, please.
It seems something wrong. It's like when you are trying to to show the end result, and something happened. Let me give it a try again. I'm gonna stop sharing now, and of course, I'm gonna create content for you. And also, I'd love to. All right, just a second. Let's refresh the thing over here. Sha, also, I know that before we jump into the Q&A, you would like to share something about web. Am I right? As on top
Yeah,
of that.
yes, sir. As we think about the web, um, is there that final slide, Vasily? The final slide for the? Do you have that one?
Yes, sir.
So when I think of, we talked about the website being your ship. So when we think of your ship, in the past, there have been two traditional options. I could have a brick and mortar business, or I could have a website. Right now, the website is a very powerful tool. Why is that? Because to do a brick and mortar, the cost is going to be very substantial. Can you bring up that tile, Vasily?
Right. I don't have it already. The
That's
last
okay.
one.
I'll bring it up. I should. So basically, on the website, let me take my time and let me
Yes,
share my
sir.
screen. Um, and then let me load this page. I apologize for a moment. In these meetings, any number of things can happen. I'm a little bit nervous right now. And even as we talk about the salesy side of the business, this is something that we all need to do. We need to learn how to talk to people. We need to be able to communicate in effective ways, even if we start at small levels. And the reason for this is because we want to be successful. If you can see my screen right now, there's a brick and mortar versus the website. On the brick and mortar side, you have rent. Your rent could be like $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Even though there is a benefit to having a physical location, on the website, the hosting or the cost for that yearly rent is about $500 a year. So when we're thinking about $12,000 versus $500, it's really easy to see that website is going to be way more affordable. On the brick and mortar side, you're going to have utilities. It could be electricity, your phone bill, your internet connection. And I'm very humble and my numbers are very soft, but I'm saying $200 a month for phone bill, electricity, your internet, $2,400 a year. On the website, that is your email. Your email is about $100 a year. $100 a year. So when we look at those costs again, 100 versus 24, it's not even comparable. You could have a staff or office member, someone who's in the office and has to field phone calls, just be physically in the office when you're not there. That could be $500 a month, $6,000 a year, not to mention state taxes, stuff like that. On the domain is is $30 a year. So the cost for a website versus a brick and mortar now are not even comparable. You might be spending $15,000 for a brick and mortar space. You're going to be spending under $1,000 for your web and subsidiary materials. And that's why a lot of people have chosen websites as their ship, as their home central. And we want to bring everything to the ship or get the ship to whatever destination we're trying to go. I'm going to stop sharing here, and I'm going to let Vasily run that test with Jared for the.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, it seems like we've got a server side error because I'm just trying to troubleshoot it right now in real time. But I'm gonna
Can I try and
troubleshoot.
run it on my end?
I'm gonna give it a try, troubleshoot later on because I feel that right now we can jump into a Q&A section. I mean, I think that you may have lots of questions. So, uh, yeah, please, there.
So I'm going to say, if you have a question, let's type it in the chat, and then we can
Okay,
unmute you as a person. How does that
awesome,
sound?
perfect.
Jared, can you unmute yourself?
Yep, I'm right
All
here.
right.
Good day, Jared. I'm going to try right now while people are getting questions ready. I'm going to see if I can run the system that Vasily has set up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to present now.
There is a
Can you,
server side.
can you see my screen, Jared?
A little bit. Yeah, I can. Mhm.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do, what tool do you want to use? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok?
Facebook.
What's the topic going to be on?
Well, I'm a psychiatrist, so we could do, yeah, sure, psychiatry, anxiety. It doesn't really matter to me. Any of the above.
So as we use this tool, though you can be indiscreet and I could put psychiatry and anxiety, give me options, I want you to think of this as your tool right now. I'm just your hands. So
Okay.
I'm going to put what you give me, psychiatry, and what else?
Psychiatry. Wait, are we talking about like specific things that I want to drive patients to me for those topics, like what they're looking up, or?
So we're going to use this tool, and I could give you a very specific definition, but I want you to even say, oh, this is how the tool is used. So I'm going to put psychiatry, anxiety. I'm going to go to the next thing.
ADHD would be a good one too. There we go.
Tell me your practice name.
Our family psychiatrist.
Thank you. If I had to save the world by typing in code like they do in the movies, I would never save the world. In those movies, they'll type 1,000 lines of codes in like 20 seconds and not miss one character. And you can see in real time that's not how it happens. What's your location, Jared?
Hollywood, Florida.
And I'm just showing you how line by line I'm going through and filling this out. What is the tone that you'd like to have?
I think what you have up there sounds great. Warm, professional. I don't know what the burst down. I don't know.
So
I'm
one of
not
the
sure
things,
about bursting this, but
one of the things that Vasily talked about earlier was prompt directions. So in a prompt, the thing that makes an AI work, garbage in, garbage out, we want to give it good, solid prompt. That's why this tool is actually powerful, because it takes all the information and kind of helps you make strong content. Burstiness is a tool I'm going to give to everyone in this chat right now. Whenever you're dealing with AI is a computer. I'm very stiff. And if you've used AI, sometimes it'll create the same kind of content consistently. Do you know what I'm talking about?
sure.
A word like burstiness slaps the AI over the face. And the AI goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it's going to create better content with that word. We could use different words like explosive, dramatic. But we found that burstiness is really good. Who's your target audience, Jared?
Well, it would be either children, adolescents, or adults with mild to moderate anxiety, depression, OCD, autism, ADHD, and or issues with confidence, self-esteem, focus, attention, school, any of the above.
Give me your domain. Your website.
It's our family psychiatrist.com.
I've tried it. I think that the tool decided to be shy during our live presentation. Let's give it one more try. Otherwise, we're going to resolve as soon as possible. And then I would like to answer to Tina as well with a great question.
Yep, so I have an info or I have a Dr. Jared at our family psychiatrist. Either one, it works.
All right. I love that I guessed that. So I'm just going to see what happens. Sometimes with technology things work, sometimes they don't. We're just going to see what happens right now.
It says generating. What is it? I can see.
It did say generating, and then it stayed here generating.
Right, please stay in generating. Maybe it's not shy, and I would like. It seems like it works right now. Let's see the result. I'm curious, and also I would like to answer because we've got only 15 minutes on this meeting. To Tina with a great question that her husband and Tina share a Facebook page for our business and a website. And he's licensed in Florida, and I'm licensed in Minnesota. When we make Facebook posts, how do we reach clients in both states? Great question. Facebook doesn't let you target organically posts by location directly. And that's the difference, unless your audience is large enough to being able to segment the audience via meta business. So solution, either you're creating two different Facebook pages, which may not the case here. And I would like to tell you, you can use, of course, some hashtags related to each and every post. So to separate that we are offering services in the specific state, and each and every post to have a standard kind of tag or badge or anything that shows the state. But when it comes to the audience, Google and Meta as well have those two different options, the free option and the paid version. And this is where these guys are making real money because they are giving us the opportunity to post for free, so to say, and start building your audience. But when it comes to the more advanced segmentation, for example, I want to find clients on specific state or a specific target group or anything, then you go to the paid version of Facebook, right, or to the paid version of Google. But as I told you, it's like content per state. If you want to stick with the free version, so to say, use call outs like now accepting new patients in Minnesota, serving Florida residents. Make those two different things so people and add location specific hashtags. Hashtag Minnesota therapy, hashtag Florida mental health, and use the visuals accordingly. And but you need to run targeted ads by state if you want to like laser focus target those more specific clients. What are the results?
Did that answer your question as well?
Yes.
Awesome, Tina. I would ask Jared, did you receive anything through your email, Jared?
Let me check one more time because I did check in the interim and I didn't see anything.
Vasily, does it generate something automatically or does it send it to their email?
No, it generates the outcome by reloading the page.
Okay.
Right, but as far as I can see right now, there is a server side issue with a specific code that we need to solve it. But right, Michelle.
Even
Yeah,
as go ahead.
I don't have an email.
Okay.
We will solve it there. Thank you very much.
So what's great about this is the moment that always tests you when you're under pressure. And we're all under pressure with our businesses and we want to have success. So that's also why we're offering this tool as a free option as we're in beta and testing right now, because we want to make it something that really serves you and makes this process easy. Boss?
Absolutely, and we've got a notification that this meet is going to end in about 5 minutes, so we don't want to cut the meeting down. We've got a great question from Michelle. How do you market to patients willing to pay more for cash pay services. Shah?
Yes. So I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, but I would like to market more to higher affluence population who are willing to do like the therapy component mixed in and not just expect pills to fix everything. So I do a lot of therapy with patients. So I do more of a holistic approach, integrative psychiatry approach.
So upon talking to Beverly about this, we had a client who had this issue recently. So when we market, we want to let people know that we're doing cash pay services, but we don't want to say we're like, and this is a gray area because marketing is deciding how we communicate about something. What is going to be the messaging? So if it's cash pay that you want to focus on, we want to do ads and materials that are going to say, hey, we accept cash pay. We do work with this. We also accept insurance, but we accept cash pay. Maybe we make the cash pay a little bit bigger in the ad and we call attention to that. Maybe we're going to do some hashtags and some other key components that focus on that material as well. Maybe we're going to run ads in specific areas focusing on those searchable words that people are going to use as well.
I would like to answer to Lauren previously because I think that we need to wrap up the meeting. What, and this is common also, what if we have a process of screening and making sure insurance is verified? How could we use BookNow if we have a review process? Use the BookNow button to link to an intake or screening form or whatever it's going to be, not a direct calendar. So the BookNow, it's like the call to action. You would like to the clients to take action. The action is up to you, Lauren, but the BookNow is the call to action, something different. It's making it easy for the client to find out that this is the next step. This is what I need to do. Sometimes we used to say, talk to your patients as they are toddlers, like they can understand they are not tech savvy and they are in struggle. So the BookNow and the actual action of the button are a kind of different. So instead of BookNow, you can rename the button, but it still needs to be a visible button with specific instructions. So like use the button to link to an intake process, not a calendar. But the concept is to have a visible, clear instructions and make it as simple as possible.
Great. Is that something I would have my website developer put on the website?
Yes, madam, absolutely.
You have them add the link to a button, add a button in the header and or footer.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So I really don't want this meeting to suddenly end or anything, because Google Meets are kind of unpredictable sometimes, and I can't remember the last notification. Jared, if we have time, guys, yes.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, I saw the hand, so it was from previously. Awesome. Thank you. No, everything is okay. So I think that we gave you guys today a simple form, a simple formula. Motivated. Right, I think that Shai is going to give you an answer, but this formula, it's not reinventing the wheel. It starts by simple steps and realize the difference, especially when it comes to searching the web today, how AI is changing the way people are actually searching, the importance, and remember the bold infographic, and 5 or 6 simple things you know already, but now you will have the tool. I know the tool is not working right now. Unfortunately, we are sorry about that. We're going to solve it. But yet again, start doing something from today. We would like to thank you very much all for being here with us today. It was an honor to be here, and it was great discussing with you and sharing our perspective. Shah?
I just want to say thank you for choosing Silverleaf Practice Management Solutions. Each time we work with a client, we learn, we grow, and we develop. Right now, we are restaging and redeveloping our marketing procedures to serve you at the highest level. Doing this 6 years now, we've developed 6 core strategies we think will serve you and your private practice as you grow into the future. I'm sure that Vasily will be reaching out to each of you, sending you an email with the tool, and also just inquiring how we can assist you in anything going forward. Thank you so much for your time and your participation.